Hollywood was founded by many people, including producer Irving Thalberg, filmmakers Lois Weber and D.W. Griffith, but none more famously than the filmmaker Cecil B. DeMille. A legend in his own right, he established the Hollywood machine and set the standard for films for the first 4 decades of Hollywood history. How could one man revolutionize visual effects and create some of the greatest films ever made? Let's find out. Hello, and welcome to my channel. For many years, I have been fascinated by films and filmmaking, and am an aspiring filmmaker myself. For this, I decided I wanted to honor the filmmakers and creatives that made the art form what it is. For those who don't know, these are the people that are behind all the creative decisions made in the creation of a movie. I am going to try and start from the beginning and work my way to the present to cover the full history of filmmaking. Some directors you may have heard of, and others maybe not. So, without further ado, let's get started. DeMille was born on August 18, 1881 in Ashfield, Massachusetts. However, he did not grow up here. His parents were on vacation at the time from Washington, North Carolina, which is where he grew up. His parents were both playwrights, and both had a love for the theater. His father's Episcopalian background would influence Cecil's early films, especially The 10 Commandments. He grew up with 2 siblings, an older brother and later playwright, William, and a younger sister, Agnes, who died at a young age. This was then followed by his father passing away when he was just 12. He was then sent to the Pennsylvania Military Academy along with his brother. They both ended up graduating at the same time when Cecil was just 15. Cecil would marry Constance Adams and have one daughter named Cecilia, and later adopt a daughter and 2 boys. He would later try his hand at play acting. However, he found no success in the theater, so he moved to California to get in on the new film industry with his friend Jesse Lasky and his brother-in-law Sam Goldfish, whom later would change his name to Sam Goldwyn and form MGM. Everything changed from there. DeMille's first film was The Squaw Man from 1914. It was the first film shot in the newly founded Hollywood. A sort of Pocahontas-type story about the love between an Englishman and a Native American woman. This was the very start of Cecil's relationship with the Lasky Company. He made 4 more features that year, including The Virginian and Carmen. This began DeMille's partnership with singer Geraldine Ferrer. The Lasky Company merged with the Famous Players and later formed Paramount Pictures. DeMille made his first historical epic with Joan the Woman in 1916 under this new merger. DeMille became a people pleaser and knew what the people wanted, and was one of the first directors to be nationally recognized. DeMille worked heavily with silent star Gloria Swanson, starting with Don't Change Your Husband in 1919. In 1923, DeMille embarked on his most ambitious film to date, The 10 Commandments. In the spirit of D.W. Griffith's Intolerance, it involves 2 stories, one being that of 2 brothers who feud over religious beliefs, and the other being the story of Moses in the Bible. The film was a commercial success, but the strained budget led to DeMille founding his own company in 1925, Cecil B. DeMille Pictures. His most commercially successful film was The King of Kings from 1927, about the life of Jesus Christ. The Godless Girl was the DeMille Company's last film, and Cecil's last film in the silent era. DeMille joined with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, or MGM, in 1928 and went on to make talkies with the company. Unlike most silent film directors, DeMille was able to adapt to the new sound technology and later would embrace Technicolor in 1940. His first sound picture was Dynamite from 1929, about a girl who marries a death row inmate to keep her wealth, but backfires when he is proven to be innocent. After not having much success with low box office numbers, DeMille left MGM and went back to Paramount. DeMille went back to making historical epics, starting with The Sign of the Cross in 1932, starring Claudette Colbert. DeMille paid half the over $600,000 budget on the film, and it ended up grossing nearly $3 million at the box office, and from that point forward, DeMille stayed with Paramount for the rest of his career. He later made a gangster film called This Day and Age in 1933, and a survival film called Four Frightened People in 1934, starring Claudette Colbert again. DeMille went back to historical epics with Cleopatra in 1934, with Colbert in the starring role, with opposites Warren Williams and Henry Wilcoxon. DeMille later made Western films like The Plainsman in 1936 and Union Pacific from 1939. After 1940, DeMille never made another black and white film again, and in 1949 made his next biblical epic, Samson and Delilah. Biblical epics became the superhero films of the day. DeMille made a famous cameo appearance in Billy Wilder's film Sunset Boulevard with Gloria Swanson as a homage to the silent era. DeMille would later make his first Academy Award-winning film, The Greatest Show on Earth, in 1952, winning Best Picture. It is a film about a circus group. DeMille would then remake one of his most well-known films, The Ten Commandments, in 1956. Starring Charlton Heston and Yul Brennan, its award-winning special effects are considered some of the best in cinematic history. Unfortunately, this would be Cecil's last film, and it is considered perhaps his best. DeMille passed away on January 21st, 1959, at the age of 77. What could you say more about a man who has done so much? I know on this channel we have explored some of the more unknown contributors, but Cecil is too much of a giant to be ignored. Cecil B lives on in the heart of every epic, western, and romance. Cecil B. DeMille, the master of Hollywood spectacle. Thank you all for watching the video. If you made it this far and you want to see more in the future, I suggest subscribing to the channel. And if you want to give me a like, that would be swell too. If you have any suggestions for directors you want me to cover for future videos, please let me know down in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.